We cannot stress enough how important it is to pace yourself well at the Maratona. Even the fastest riders will take 4.5 hours to complete it, and for many, it will be double that duration. The first half of the event should feel relatively comfortable, and if it doesn't, unfortunately, you might have started a little bit too fast. Once you get to that halfway point of 69 kilometres through, ask yourself how you're feeling, and if the answer is great, well then you can feel free to push on hard over the final half.
What makes the Maratona so demanding isn't the length, of course, but the amount of climbing. You'll have to ascend over 4,200 metres if you choose to do the long course. This means that you need to have the right gearing in order to allow you to ride at a comfortable cadence throughout. If you haven't ridden on long mountains before, then give yourself as much of a range of gears as possible. You may get up your local 10% climb with ease, but maintaining that for 10 kilometres is a different matter. A compact chain set with 3450 on the front combined with a 1230 cassette on the back should allow most people to comfortably get over even the steepest gradients. However, if you're very new to cycling, you might even want to consider a triple front chain set, just to be on the safe side.
It's unlikely that you're going to feel hungry or thirsty over the opening kilometres of the event. However, it is important to start eating and drinking as soon as possible. And as another tip, try using clear bottles on the day of the event. That way you'll be able to see exactly how much liquid you're getting through, and you'll know to replenish your bottles at the feed stations before they get too low.
You'll burn lots of calories through the event, so eating regularly is key. You don't need to eat huge amounts in one go, but give your body regular fuel. Fueling yourself whilst riding should be something that you practice in training before the event. It may take place in July, but that doesn't mean that the Maratona will definitely be held under bright blue skies and favourable conditions. The route of the Maratona is at a minimum elevation of over 1,200 metres, and if you do the long course, you'll be at over 2,000 metres on 5 occasions. At those heights, it can get very cold if the weather turns, and so you should pack for the Maratona expecting anything. A variety of undervests could come in handy, plus the obligatory rain jacket, but you should also think about gloves, overshoes, a skull cap, arm and leg warmers just in case. Hopefully you won't need them, but if the weather does turn out to be bad, you'll be thankful you're well prepared. Just like your clothing, you'll also need to be prepared for other eventualities. You should make a list of what you need to take and tick it off as you pack. At a minimum, that should include the following: 4 spare inner tubes, a mini pump, multi-tool which includes a chain tool, 4 bottles, energy drink and food including gels and bars, and anything else that you enjoy whilst riding. The Maratona is a hugely challenging event no matter what your cycling ability or background, so it's worth putting some organisation and goals into your training on the run up to it. Consistency is the key to improvement, but goal setting can also really help you stay focused. This can be a distance ridden on a single ride, over the course of a week, or simply the average speed that you can maintain around your favourite local training course. Also, if you have any chance to head to a mountainous area beforehand, this will stand you in really good stead for the event itself. Setting out from the start with the sole goal of reaching the finish line can be daunting, to say the least. Instead, know the route and give yourself intermediate goals along the way. Plan where you're going to stop for liquid replenishment and where you're going to stop a little longer and have something to eat. Ticking off mental boxes as you go will break things up for you and make the whole thing seem much more achievable. There might not be much in the way of flat roads on the Maratona route, but on those rare bits of respite, try to use others around you to save energy. Sitting behind other riders will save you a lot of power compared to sitting on your own in the wind. It may be tempting to go in at the deep end and take on the full 138-kilometre route. However, alternative routes of 106 or 55 kilometres are also available. So if you're a relative newcomer to the sport or simply not as fit as you'd like, then why not try one of the shorter routes one year and build up to the big one the following year. Riding solo for hours on end can be demoralising, so if you can, try to do the event with a friend or even a group. It's a great way of keeping each other motivated through the tougher parts of the event and will just do your morale good the whole way around. And don't let other people psych you out. They might have a better bike or be wearing newer kit, but have the confidence in your training and don't try anything new on the day.